Greetings, my name is Drew Brown. We are here together at Fahrney's Pens, and we are going to talk about some new stuff. And I've got some new things to actually physically show you. I've got some things that haven't yet come out that I want to talk about, and then maybe a few updates. So let's get started with what's in front of me. The first thing you can kind of ignore, but I don't want you to. This is no longer available. We are sold out. It is going fast at other stores. When this publishes, they might all be gone. It is a new Retro 51 popper of their Tornado pen. So right here up at the top, you've got Dr. Jekyll there imbibing something that does not agree with him. And then the resulting Mr. Hyde down there cackling at Dr. Jekyll's foolhardy attempt to enjoy a beverage. And then here, Dr. Jekyll in happier times with Big Ben rendered there in the background, and then the shadow there at the bottom looking quite Hyde-y. So, like I said, not available anymore, but man, they're so cool. These are so cool. But fear not, there's always the secondary market. It'll probably be, $5,664 on eBay here in a few weeks, but hopefully next year they'll come out with another one. I'm thinking, so this one was green. They did Dracula in red, Frankenstein's monster in like yellow, and Sleepy Hollow in orange. I think that might be it. Anyway, Phantom of the Opera in purple. Just saying it. Now, he's not like a scary monster, I know, but he's part of the old school monster sort of deal, and I think he's public domain, right? Anyway, let's talk about another retro. So this one you can get. This one is another Spitfire pen, which is an old British war aircraft. So previously, Retro 51 has done quite a few warplanes, and usually the pen itself is the plane. They have the plane's image kind of on the pen. So this one's not that. This one actually just has some schematics for the famous Spitfire here. Mark 14 there, it says. I don't know enough about the pen to really give you any fun details, but if you are a fan of the whole old school warplane vibe, but didn't want a pen that says, hey, look, I'm a plane, and then you're like, no, you're not actually, stop pretending, this pen might be the one you've been waiting for. It does look really nice. It's a nice matte navy with some bright white schematics. I guess they wouldn't be blueprints because they're white. But then we've got here, this is known as a roundel. I learned that today. It's a roundel. I was like, you know what, maybe I can talk about this. Maybe I can say some interesting facts about this roundel. And I can't. I looked it up. I was like, no, it's too detailed. I'm going to say something dumb. So it's a roundel. I can say that. And I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing roundel right. So you're welcome there. Expertise. That's what you get from Drew Brown. So this one is available now. It is $69. It's $1 extra than some of the other ones you might see, because I don't know if it's because it probably has something to do with the fact that it's licensed by the as you can see here, the IWM, the Imperial War Museum. So this is a collaboration, kind of like Retro 51 has the collaboration with the Smithsonian here in the States. Over there across the pond, it's the Imperial War Museum. So they are in London. So it's an official, sponsored by the Spitfire itself. I don't know. All right, next up is a LeBoeuf. So this pen, right up front, you can see that it's got Marco Polo on it. Keeping with a lot of what LeBoeuf does, they are celebrating historical figures. This time, the explorer, Marco Polo, with a pen that showcases a black cap, black finial there, Marco Polo's engraved likeness there on the cap as well, backfilled with gold, and then LeBoeuf there on the cap clip, and then his life there, as far as the dates are concerned anyway, on the cap as well. His signature is there. LeBoeuf always goes to lengths to make sure that their signature is kind of represented as they wrote it, so I'm assuming that is the way he did it. And then we've got this really interesting red, white, and black flecked acrylic making up the barrel. What are those things? Camels? Are those camels? Am I crazy? Are those camels? That's a camel, right? Yeah, that's a camel. Those are camels. That's cool. And then we've got another Marco Polo right there. So pretty neat. This one is 180. It's got I forgot the nib. It's got a Yovo steel nib there with the LeBoeuf logo. Gold to match the gold hardware on the cap. And I also thought, while I was trying to find out what a roundel was, I was like, maybe I can give a fun fact about how the game Marco Polo in the pool, in water, got invented. I bet you it's a fun story. No, not really. The person who's searching is supposed to represent Marco Polo because he was an explorer and didn't know where he was going. And the person blindfolded doesn't know where they're going. And they're in the water. So, yeah, kind of, lackluster there. But there you go. Okay, so as far as some things that are not yet here but will be soon, let's start off with some history. So Pelikan, they did this pen, the Glauco Cambon version of their M600, and it was just lovely. I fell in love with this pen the moment I saw it. Apparently not enough for me to actually buy one, but it's still on my list. It has an etching underneath several layers of lacquer that just catch light beautifully, and it writes beautifully as well. It's part of their like kind of art collection where they had one of their old pieces of advertisement, artwork, Glauco Cambon being the artist, and they celebrated him by creating this pen. So this one is now discontinued, but this one is going to be here at the end of September or maybe October, depending on when it actually makes its way into stores. But this one is the Rudy Rother. It's not Rother. I believe it's Rother. But I probably just butchered that. Anyway, it looks great. It looks just as good as the Glauco Cambon, but maybe even better because this one, the pattern is more, has more definition, I suppose. Keep it up, Pelikan. That is fantastic. Pilot. So another thing that, anyway, Pilot had a US exclusive a few years back called the Verdigris in the Custom 743. It kind of launched when they brought the Custom 743 over to the US, having previously only been available in Japan. They had black and they had Verdigris, this one being the US exclusive. This one is unfortunately going bye-bye, but they're bringing another one back, not as a 743, but as a 74. So boom, the Lavender Fog is coming our way here either this month or early next month, September or October. And I'm excited. I'm thrilled that Pilot is giving the US some really cool exclusives, and the Custom 74 is a pen you're not going to be disappointed with. It's smaller than the 743, but a lot of folks prefer that. So it's a great pen. I love the look of this, and it should be available soon. And finally, also from Pilot, we've got the Vanishing Point for 2025 called Midnight Link Midnight. So it's a annual Pilot Vanishing Point release, as they do every year, and I think it looks pretty nice. It's got a navy blue-ish with some subtle engravings on it that kind of represent chain links. They're kind of like, you can see it, it's right here. I can't see it, there's nothing there. It's like one of those old Nickelodeon shows where the kids are playing inside the video game, but they don't see a banana. They're just kind of like waving their arm, and they don't see anything. They're looking at a screen trying to get the banana. This is relevant and important to you, I'm sorry. Anyway, the Pilot Vanishing Point will be coming soon, probably early October, but this is the one for 2025. They usually sell out pretty quick, so you can pre-order right now if you'd like to. And that is just about it for the upcoming products. As far as other announcements, updates go, we are running a Sailor sale right now. They've got their Don't Miss the Boat sale happening, which allows retailers to put some steep discounts on a lot of the older models, but still relevant and sought after. So if you were looking at some Sailors and just weren't ready to bite the bullet of price, I don't know. If they were too high, maybe check and see if the Sailor you had your eyes on is a part of this sale, because there are quite a few in there. I'll include links below in the description of this video so that you can see the sale and then all the other pens we're talking about as well. But yeah, go check out the Sailors. They might be on sale. Pretty much all the retailers are doing it, so peek around, see what folks have got going on. And if you were curious about a Gravitas restock, we are out of a few products, including the Monster, but we will not be out for much longer. We've got an order coming in, so hang tight. More Monsters are on the way. And then finally, store update. It still hasn't happened. So I did update the website and our emailer about the fact that it used to say summer 2025, but if you didn't know, summer kind of happened and the store didn't. But we're getting there. We've got some really good news recently that give us reason to believe that things are going to start moving faster now, which we're very, very, very happy for. Permits and, you know, all the red tape involving a 200-year-old building in DC are anything but simple. So we are still moving forward. As soon as that empty space starts to look interesting, or not even interesting, as soon as it looks even a little bit different, I'm going to bring you in there with me. I'm going to document some stuff. I'm going to let you see the progress. I'm really eager to see it myself, but I'm also super excited to share that with you because it's an exciting transition and one that I think will have an end result that we're all excited for. So hang tight. As soon as there's something to show, I will show it. I'm very excited to do that. So thank you for being patient with us. We are always open and available for you and your shopping needs at farneyspens.com. Until next time, thank you for spending some of your time with me. Let me know what you think of this video or any of the other ones. If you have any suggestions to me, let me know. I'm just kind of, you know, making some stuff and seeing what you think of it, but I will always accept feedback and direction. So thank you for that. Talk to you later. Bye.